Hello, my friends. It is story time. Today I'm going to, before I begin, I want to ask you a question. How many of you believe that we have guardian angels? How many of you think that guardian angels only exist for the people that are being prayed for, like by their grandma or by their mothers or relative? While you while you're thinking on that, please let me know. I want to know what your opinion on this subject is. And I am going to tell you a story. Are you ready? Story time. I was in second grade in Estonia. We lived in city Tampsalu. There was going to be a New Year's Eve celebration, and I've been practicing dancing with this one boy from my class. His name was Sergei Prokhorov. Oh my goodness, I had the biggest crush on this boy. I was just, oh, I had daydreams about him. I was just wishing that him and I would be a couple, and I had all kinds of plans for our future. I even thought about how many kids we were gonna have, what kind of dates he was going to take me out on. Yeah, the girl was dreaming. And of course, knowing that we were gonna have our dance together, I was really looking forward to it. Sadly, my mom had to work night shift, and so she told me, "You cannot go. You have to stay home." Because I didn't have anyone to chaperone me. No one was going to take me to school or back school. And it was starting late evening. I think it was starting around 9, almost 10 p.m., if I remember correctly. Or maybe 9 or something like that. I don't remember the exact timing. Anyway, so on the way there, I prayed and I asked Jesus to forgive me. I felt pretty bad for lying to my mom and for being disobedient. And so I chose the best dress, my favorite cute leggings. Back then they were called tights. And so I went. And as I went to school, of course, I had my dance with Sergei. And oh my goodness, the guy could not dance for the life of him. He kept stepping on my feet, left foot, right foot, left. Oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. I literally, when I was walking back home, I was like stumbling and it was hard to walk. My foot hurt, especially my right foot. Well, you know what? I stepped on his feet a couple times too. One of them was on purpose. Um, after the dance, After the dance, he went and flirted with one of my friends. Of course, my heart was broken, but that's the girl that he had a crush on. So, I mean, I was hanging out, I hung around, ate some food, visited with some friends of mine. I had a good time, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna stick around watching my boyfriend. He wasn't my boyfriend, but in my mind, he was my boyfriend flirting with my friend. So I decided to go home. So I'm walking home and it's super dark outside. It was late night. I remember the moon shining straight in front of me. There was a lot of snow, and I'm walking through this path in in a valley, and it's covered with snow. And it's nothing but the moon, the stars, and snow and me. And of course, the snow is glistening. It's glistening like diamonds. It's beautiful. And as I'm walking in the snow is making this crunch, 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 crunch sound. And I heard a noise behind me, but at the same time I heard a noise behind me, I heard a voice. And this voice tells me on my right side, the voice says, "Do not be afraid, for I'm making sure that you get home safe." And as I heard the voice, it didn't scare me. I knew it was my angel. I knew it was my guardian angel talking to me. I have, since I was a kid, I've been praying to Jesus. I've been talking to Jesus. I know what Jesus' voice sounds like. And this wasn't Jesus. As my guardian angel tells me, do not be afraid, he proceeds to tell me that there is a man following me, and this man is wanting to cause me harm. And the angel says, I need you to start counting from 5 to 1. And when I tell you to start counting, when you're going to get to the count of 3, I need you to duck your head down and then duck your body down even lower and then spring up and start running as fast as you can. And he says, and when you need to, I need you to yell out, Father, help me. And so I'm listening, and now the voice tells me, okay, it's time to start counting from 5 to 3. From 5 to 1, on a count of 3, you're gonna duck. I kind of, and so we're counting together 5, 4, 3, duck. I duck my head, and as soon as I duck my head, I heard this whooshing sound like whew, very fast, very whooshy, right over my head. And so the guy was gonna grab me, but he couldn't because I ducked down. So otherwise, he would have grabbed me like this by my neck. So as soon as I ducked down, I ducked lower, and then I'm springing off and I'm running. I took off running fast. Well, the guy is gaining speed with me. He's running on my right side now, and I can see the outline of his body. He's tall, he's dark, he's wearing all black. Um, and as he's getting near me, I saw his eyes, and when I saw his eyes, they looked so crazed and so mean and angry. There was so much hatred in those eyes, and it scared the crap out of me. So when I saw that, I just, on top of my lungs, I'm screaming, Father, help me! And as soon as I screamed that, you guys, as soon as those words left my mouth, the guy, he starts spinning like this. He's spinning like a tornado. And I hear him yelling some obscenities at me, Russian and something else in Estonian language. And because he's spinning nonstop like a tornado, I'm amazed. I'm just like mesmerized. What the heck is going on with this guy? What's happening? I was terrified, but at the same time, I stopped and I'm looking at what's going on with this person. And as he's spinning, he's being pulled backwards away from me, um, across the field towards the woods, towards the woodsy area. And I'm watching him, and then I'm realizing the other reason I'm watching him is because he's not on the snow. Like his feet are not touching the snow. He's about this far off the snow. So he's this far off the ground, and he's being pushed or pulled. He's being pulled towards the woodsy area. What the heck? So I took off running home. I'm like, I'm not trying to figure out who this person is, what it is, or what is it. So when I got home, I was so scared. My heart is just pumping. It took me a while to calm down, and so as I fall asleep, my mom wakes me up in the morning and she says, Ellie, you went to school, didn't you? And I said, yeah, Mom, I'm so sorry, and I'm crying and I'm repenting. I felt awful for having to, for lying to my mom, for being disobedient, and for that stuff happening to me. She said, the reason I told you not to go is because I had a really bad feeling. I knew something bad was going to happen. So I've been praying for you, for your safety. And she says, right about midnight, as I'm praying for you feverishly, I hear God's voice, and He told me, do not worry. I'm taking good care of her. She's safe. And so she says, I knew then you're in God's hands. He's taking care of you. And I just gave it all to God. And she said, I really need you to listen to me next time. When I tell you no, don't do something. There is a reason for that. And you know what? Ever since then, I've listened to my mom. That was a good lesson. Now, I don't know if that was a person or if that was a demon still. A lot of bad stuff happened in that area. People have seen demons there. So who knows? But Jesus Christ kept me safe through my angel.